Hey y'all, it's me, it's Arthur, aka the Indie Comic Book Guy. Today we're going to talk about Masters of the Universe Revelation Episode 3. Now, first two episodes were kind of bumpy, I will admit. Now, going into Episode 3, what did I have high hopes? Nah, but I wanted to see where the story was going to go. I'm like, please improve, please improve, please improve. Now, start to see a couple patterns emerge. Starting with episode 2, you had what was that, Whiplash. He was in the flashback scene that reminded you that hey, He-Man's a part of the story. Then he appeared later on in the episode. With episode 3, it's Merman's turn to be a part of a very corny flashback scene involving He-Man fighting Skeletor and Merman. And later on, we see Merman pop up in the story, but he actually had an important role to play, unlike Whiplash, who was just there to for shits and giggles. Um, Couple things that I did not point out in the previous videos. One, the women in the story are jacked. Like they're all hitting the gym. Evil Lynn is even, like muscle. Like she's the sorcerer magic type, but her muscles are like, ugh, ugh. Her muscles are bigger than mine. All the women in this cartoon's muscles are bigger than mine. That says a lot. Um, and I don't know why they chose to go that route with making the women all just very strong, very muscular in statue. Uh, and I could maybe the warriors like Tila, but Evil Lynn, she's a sorceress. I don't get the artistic direction they were going with this. But let's get back to the episode. So we get the flashback, and you know Tila and Andra, they're kind of like, yeah, we know we need to go and find Duncan. We need to go find Man at Arms. He's gonna help us, reforge the Sword of Power, all that good stuff. Yeah, 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 yeah. So we go to a village. People are in this long line, and they're getting water. You think it's just regular water. Some guy, he spills his water, and you see that it's more than meets the eye. It's magic water. They're in line to get magic water. Remember, all the magic is just slowly dying on Eternia right now. So this magic water is something rare. So you don't want to go around spilling it. So some of the people in the crowd, in the line, they get mad at him, and one guy wants to beat his ass, and Man at Arms, he steps up. He gets his water, and he's like holding on to it for dear life. Guess who shows up? Cyclops and his digital band of flunkies. They're like, yo, you're not embracing technology. We are going to put an end to you. That's what he said. We're going to put an end to you. Okay, he didn't say those words, but it was implied. So Cyclops shows up. Trapjaw. I thought Andra killed him last episode. She just, took out his eye. A lot of eyes get taken out in this series. But they show up. So they're all fighting Trapjaw and Cyclops and their band of technological flunkies. So you have Tila, Andra, Man in Arms, Evil Lynn, and they're all fighting. You know, fighting together. Trying to stop Cyclops and Trapjaw from wreaking havoc, killing villagers, all that good stuff. Anyway, that's not that important, not that exciting, right? Right? So they almost get the drop on Evil Lynn, and guess who shows up to save her? Beastman. He's like, yo, I love that woman. You're not gonna put a hand on her chinny chin chin as long as I'm around. Roar. So Cyclops and the gang, they leave. We go back to Man at Arms' house, and they have a heart to heart, and we realize Man at Arms is like, yo, I don't want any part of this. Some things are more important than a kingdom, like saving my friend. He needed the magic water to save Orkil. I can never pronounce his name right. Orkil. Let me know if I pronounced it right. Orkil. And Orko's on his deathbed. He's like, oh, I can still do magic tricks. But he's not happy no more. He's not the village idiot no more. He's not doing tricks. He tries, but he just don't have the magic. So he drinks the magic water, and Tila and the gang, they're making plans and whatnot, and they're like, yo, we gotta go to Subaternia, then we gotta find that sword, we gotta find the sword in Eternia and all this, and reforge the power sword and all this, and Orko's like, I just want one more adventure. Take me with you. Take me with you. Tila's like, no. He's like, please take me with you. So, long story short, he ends up joining the gang. So, you have Tila, Evelyn, Andra, Orko, and guess what? Roboto. Robato's there. He has all of Man-at-Arms memories. So he's like, yo, if you can't go, you don't want to go, I will go. I got all your memories. So if you can forge this sword, I can do it too. So yeah, he goes along for the ride. So they peace out. They're like, yo, we're going to go to this underworld. So they head there. They're headed to this Subaternia place and stuff like that. And Tila sends Man-at-Arms to go, go to Castle Grayskull. See how the sorceress is doing, because if Cyclops is going to attack us, he's going to eventually attack Castle Grayskull, and the sorceress is there. She's an old lady. She's, without magic, so go help her, please. So, on the way to Subaternia, all the women have a talk about men. Andra's like, oh, he's cool, and Evelyn's like, no, I chased men before. Don't do it. Don't do it, girl. And Tila makes a few comments, and Evelyn's like, yo, you ain't worried about men. You are into Andra. I see that. I see you. I see you, girl. So, this is where Merman comes into the picture. They're on a boat. He attacks. They capture him. And they're like, yo, in exchange for your life, make sure we get to Subaternia without any problems. We don't want no more problems. He agrees. He takes him there. They let him go. Blah, 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 blah. Evelyn, she reaches into her little purse thing. Is that a purse? A merce? I don't know what it is. She, that skull it's like a ram head skull she always carries around. She puts it on the head of this statue. Then this giant crystal structure moves, revealing a passageway into Subaternia. So they go down there, and she's like, yo, I want my statue thing back. So she goes and gets it. It ends. I know, right? On the surface, a lot happened to move the plot forward, to move the story forward, but oh yeah, forgot. One little thing. Man-at-Arms returned just to save them from Merman before they captured him. Then he was like, okay, I'm going to go Castle Grayskull now. I just came out of my way just to save y'all because I knew y'all would need to be saved by me because you couldn't do it on your own because you're a bunch of losers. Then he pieced out. He was gone. So who's going to Subaternia? Let's do a head count. Tila, Andra, Evelyn, Roboto, Orko, Beastman. So you got a pretty good lineup of characters going into this dark dimension, so to speak, to this underworld. So we're going to see where the story goes. Overall, it's just kind of okay. It's not the best show. It's not the worst show. It's just kind of going through plot points to get you from here to there without any real character development. The whole, let's stop everything and talk about men thing was just kind of jarring. It's like, this is what y'all wanted us to talk about right now? The world is ending and y'all just want to talk about how people feel about men and, oh, don't chase a man and, oh, men in power and all this and that. That was pointless. Discussion didn't need to be had. the whole back and forth man at arms, and it's like, oh, gotta save Oracle, and then 5 seconds later, he's like, I want one more adventure. I'm gonna go. When you about to die, like, I just don't get it. I understand the whole, hey, I want to have one more adventure, but you were literally on your deathbed 5 seconds ago, dude. And now you get to Sub-Eternia, the outskirts of Sub-Eternia, and you're like, oh, magic must still be strong here. And Evelyn's like, oh, we must be close to the Sword of Power. What a piece of the Sword of Power, whatever. My prediction is She-Ra is going to be born, but Teela is going to become She-Ra. She's going to get one half the sword. Adam's going to get the other half. He's going to be He-Man somehow. And the whole business with She-Ra being his sister is not going to happen. That's my prediction. I may be wrong, but it's really pointing towards Teela getting one of these swords and Adam getting the other, and they fight together. Because that's what you do. I don't know. I could just be totally wrong, and Adam's just really dead. I mean, there was a lot of power. Him and Skeletor at the center of this magical blast. So by rights, him and Skeletor should be dead. If Teela becomes the new He-Man, which should be She-Man? That's a non-binary name. She-Man? I don't know. Should be she and they. I don't know. Ignore me. Again, overall, it was an okay episode. Nothing to write home about. Let's go on to next episode. I'll see you in the next episode. We got a couple more to go. It's only 5 episodes. 5 episodes of this first part of this series, and we're closing in. Something major needs to happen in the next 4 something major needs to happen in the next couple episodes, or nobody's going to want to watch part 2. Nobody's going to want to watch. Anyway, I'm the Indie Comic Book Guy. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see you in the next video. Peace twice.